Vintage lenses getting more and more popular, especially amongst filmmakers, mainly due to its compatibility with the modern mirrorless cameras and its price. For $50 you can buy an old lens, cheap adapter, slap it on a mirrorless body and start shooting. For those who's not familiar with the price of a modern glass, $50 in the world of photography will get you nowhere. Just 6 months ago I was quite skeptical about vintage glass. There are so many different lenses. Price range is huge and it gets confusing really quick. Little 50mm prime can cost you from $500 to $1,500. But earlier this year I received a parcel from my mate Tony with his Nikon FE SLR camera and 4 vintage lenses. I tested all these lenses on my Canon R5C and I was quite impressed with the image quality and organic look you're getting from this combination. I use my R5C primarily for video shooting. In my lens collection I have couple cinema lenses. After I got my hands on the vintage lenses I realized that the cinema and all photo glass have few features in common. First, it's all metal construction. Second, long focus throw, which is ideal for manual focusing. Third, hard stops of the focus ring, good for calibrating your wireless follow focus. Fourth, the softer image in combination with the modern cameras give you a filmic look. Some lenses, when pointed at the source of light, can give you some interesting flares. For me, main problem with the cinema lenses is the size and weight, which is not a problem with the vintage glass. Most of the vintage primes, including the one we're gonna be looking today, are small and lightweight. A few months ago my mate Cole gave me a couple of old lenses that used to belong to his father. One of them is a HANIMEX 35mm F2.8 M42 mount lens. These lenses are not very popular and you can buy one of them for $10–20. I wasn't able to find much information about this particular lens apart from complaints about lack of sharpness and contrast. In this video I'll test optical performance of this lens and try to modify it for video shooting by adding custom focus and aperture gears and step-up ring from 49 to 77mm. Let's take a look at HANIMEX 35mm lens. The lens is quite well built. It is all metal construction, aperture ring has a bit of free play but it's clickless design, which is another plus for video shooting, allowing smooth adjustments. Lens has 6 aperture blades, focus throw of 180 degrees, minimum focusing distance of 0.6 meters and only weighs 220 grams. In order to test optical performance, I took few shots of some test shots using my R5C. I also took same shots using my Contax Zeiss 28mm f2.8 MMJ lens, which is arguably one of the best vintage lenses out there. While I was doing this test, somewhere deep inside of me I was hoping that HANIMEX is going to blow me away with its optical performance and tomorrow I'll wake up as a person who discovered another hidden gem in the world of indie filmmaking. But unfortunately, things like this are only possible in Rocky movie, and miracle didn't happen last night. Let's have a look at some test shots. HANIMEX 35 f2.8mm is suffering from low contrast at all aperture settings, and also extremely soft at f2.8 and f4. Sharpness significantly improves as you stop down to f5.6 and stay the same all the way to f11 until at f16 effect of diffraction kicks in, making the image unusable again. That's why all the test footage I shot for this video was shot at f5.6. Before we go outside and shoot some test footage, let's make some modification to the lens. I use Fusion 360 in order to design 2 custom gears, one for focus ring and another one for aperture ring. Then I 3D printed them on my Enda S1 Pro using ABS filament. tip is to use your 3D printer heated bed to preheat the gear before installation, making a thermal expansion effect to work in your favor. If you decide to use an ABS filament for 3D printing, make sure a hole in the gear 0.3mm larger than the outside diameter of the lens. It gives you a snug fit with the minimal work later on. In spite of less than ideal optical performance, let's go and shoot some test footage to find out whether this $0 lens is worth the money. What do you think? Not bad, eh? Looks sharp enough and the flares are pretty cool, especially for the lens that some reviewers recommend to use as a doorstop only. That's it for now. Thanks to Cole for sponsoring this video. I promise I'll take good care of this little lens. And don't let some online reviews to stop your cinematography entrance door from swinging. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.